Lauren McNeil and the staff at Resolution Services. Thank you very much, Lauren.
Thank you so much.
And you have about half an hour in total, so that means 15 minutes for your presentation and 15 minutes for potential discussion and questions from the
Excellent.
committee.
I imagine that we might help you stay very on track with your time.
Thank you.
So I'm Lauren McNeil. I'm the Director of Resolution Services, and we are grateful to you, the commissioners, members of the Budget Committee, county staff, and interested others as we present our proposed budget for 1920. There is not much change in our budget overall. We are sustaining a 14% decrease from the prior year in our general fund contribution, and we have tried to address that by further honing our other expenses, the little bit in materials and services over which we have some control, and then also a decrease in our FTE, a slight decrease in our FTE. It's actually two bodies, but 0.62 FTE overall. And that's largely a result of the fact that many of our funding sources have been fairly flat over time. We are anticipating should the OJD budget go through as proposed, mediation funding is one of the Chief Justice's top 3 priorities for this go-round, and that will be effectively a COLA from the last nearly 10 years of relatively flat funding. We are a department that does both court-connected and community dispute resolution. Some of our services are, as I said, funded from other entities like the state. And then we also provide fee-for-service services. So when people, if they have a kind of service that is not paid for by another source, then they can pay us at the rate that the commissioners approved last year of $125 an hour. And that's sort of the key, the upshot of our budget as we present it to you. The things to make note of are the fact that we have spent quite a bit of the time over the last year developing a new data system that will capture all of the really relevant data, both client data, service data, case data, and financial data, and also that will eventually have a client portal so that clients and prospective clients can interact with us over the internet. They can, essentially, we will allow people to create their own intake material and schedule appointments and that sort of thing, hopefully being able to then better use our personnel for the non-repetitive tasks and more program development type tasks. So that's where we are right now. The emerging issues are much as we described last year. We are continuing to make more efforts to make both statutory and rule change so that mediation and other kinds of alternative dispute resolution are actually built into rules, so it is less elective and more obligatory in many instances. And that's where we are. So what questions do you have for me?
I have, I think, probably a very simple one. So I notice in the budget presentation on page 6, where it talks about the percentage of parents who attended parent education class who reported blah, 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 and it says discontinued. But below that, it says percentage of parents who attended the parent education class who report that. No. So was it that the first question was discontinued to them, or that the class was discontinued?
Thank you for asking for that clarification. And my page 6 does not have the word discontinued, but I might be looking at something different. We actually did change so the parent education class is a mandatory class under ORS 3.425, and so it is absolutely not discontinued. It is that we changed the way through the whole MFR process and the way that we collected data. We actually changed the language of the question. That's what that refers to.
I thought perhaps that was it, but I just wanted to make sure we get clarification on the record about that. So.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yes.
And actually, I was remiss in not introducing my colleagues. This is Amy Herman and Margaret Sanger, and they are here also to help answer questions.
Very good. Yeah. Commissioner Bernard.
Do you evaluate your employees?
In our new Clarify,
Yes.
Converse, nope, I got it wrong. Capture, yes. Oh, I did it. Yes, we do, and we have an ongoing process. We are a clinical staff, and so a lot of what we do is actually in the ongoing conversations about the casework and other performance. And so we have had a long practice, not called CCC, but effectively all of the elements therein. Yes.
So I'm a little confused. Parents must attend a parenting education class?
Yep.
Anyone who gets married who has children, or how's that work?
I'll answer this diplomatically because I think many parents who attend this mandatory parent education class actually suggest that it would be a very good idea for all parents to attend this class. However, it is only a requirement for parties who have minor children who file a qualifying domestic relations action, like a divorce or legal separation, or for unmarried parents, a child custody or child support action.
Yeah, actually, that was my question. Divorce in Clackamas County or all over the state, if you go through a divorce, and I assume one person objects, or so that if there's children, then they have to go to this class.
That is correct.
And I can tell you that I know somebody who did this, and it was a very valuable exercise that didn't save their marriage, but it definitely saved the relationship with their children.
Yes.
And so a tremendous job, very important. And yes, all parents should probably go through parenting class. Never been a parent, but it's, I had grandchildren
can't
over
even
yesterday,
imagine
and
it.
it was challenging.
Yes, yes. Thank you. And that gives me just an opportunity, Commissioner, to say that the family law related work that we do is about 50% of our work, and parent education is part of that. And we know that the most damaging thing for children is ongoing conflict between the parents. So all of our services are designed to help create a more amicable post-separation or divorce relationship between the parents.
Thank you.
Are those programs fee-based, or because they're mandated? I mean, because I would think there's a lot of folks who wouldn't be able to afford going to classes like that, but yet they need them. I mean, so.
Yeah, so each one is a little bit different. The parent education class is a mandatory class, and we have a flat fee that is paid to us for that class. That's $70 and $75 rather. Thank you, Amy. But if parties have had their court filing fees waived, then the class fee is also waived. So the court has already done an assessment that the parties are in need of a waiver, and we follow suit. The mediation and conciliation services, which are paid for in part by that OJD allocation, covers 3 sessions, and then the parties are pay out of pocket. But again, if their court filing fees are waived, then their services with us are waived also.
Okay. Okay, so there's opportunity for them. Commissioner Savas?
Just wanted to just say for anyone who's watching this, or this, the clarification is that these are court ordered, hence then mandated, or basically the action of a court order is the mandate for the parenting class. It's not something that the court, it's not something that Clackamas County mandates parents. Is that correct?
So that is correct, that the parent education class is actually a state law. The domestic relations, mediation, and conciliation, there's a statute that says each jurisdiction must make these services available for participants, but then we also have a local rule that requires parties to attempt some kind of ADR before they are able to have a hearing. Oh, sorry, alternative dispute resolution.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, your earlier comment about domestic claim was, I imagine, is determined by a court. If there's a domestic action.
Correct.
Correct.
That's right.
That's what I was referring to.
Yes, at the circuit court, a court filing related to children.
Thank you.
Commissioner Bernard?
Do you charge the county when you provide some of the services that Amy has provided over the years? Do you charge the county?
So we also do quite a bit of workplace-related mediation and facilitation, and we do charge whoever is the user of the services, unless those services fall underneath one of the other grants that we receive. So sometimes they do and sometimes they don't, and that's part of the
Like
conversation.
Amy's done C4, right? Hasn't it?
Yes, that's an example.
Yeah.
C4.
Yeah,
Looks like we're
good.
done.
Any other questions? If not, thank you. You kept true to what you said. You got us a little earlier, so.
Great,
we
thank you
appreciate it.
so much.
Thank you so much for being here today, and thank you for your good budget presentation. So,
Thank you so
thank you.
much.
Thanks to all of you.
Break for lunch, I guess.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to break.